So just some cooking tips for different foods that help you decrease the fat, decrease the calories, and increase flavor. For vegetables, sauteing or roasting, I highly recommend both those ways with a small amount of fat. When you add olive oil or different fats to vegetables, it increases the absorption of certain phytochemicals. So beta-carotene, for example, which is found in a lot of orange vegetables, that is absorbed better when there's a presence of a healthy fat. So use a little bit of a healthy fat, not a lot again. And saute or roast them. Cook in minimal liquid. If you're cooking in a lot of liquid, you're losing a lot of those nutrients. So unless you're consuming that liquid, say in a soup or a stew, I highly recommend avoiding cooking in liquid. And a short amount of time. Again, you don't want to lose those nutrients. A lot of them are unstable in heat, so the quicker the better. Adding spices, garlic, rosemary, paprika, experiment with lots of different spices. You really can make vegetables taste really, really good if you cook them right, if you season them right. And you won't need as much salt. And avoiding any cream sauces or thick gravies. If you get frozen veggies, make sure it's just the frozen veggie and nothing with a lot of sauce that has a lot of extra calories or extra fats. For protein, make sure you're removing any visible fat from the meat. This really decreases the calories in the meat. And some healthier ways to cook it: bake, broil, roast, fry, grill, or stir fry, not fry. I misspoke. Rinsing beans will decrease your sodium, and then draining off fat from ground meat. So say you're making ground meat for tacos or whatever it might be, drain off that fat at the bottom, and again, that'll decrease some calories. For grains, to make them a little bit more flavorful, you can cook them in a low-sodium chicken or vegetable broth instead of just water. You can also saute some garlic or some different spices with olive oil before you add the grains, and that'll give them a little bit more flavor. But we emphasize those whole grains. Again, these plant-based foods, whole grains have a lot more nutrients than just your white breads, your white pastas. So brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat pastas, those are things we want to choose, whole wheat breads, instead of just white flour, white bread, white pastas. When you are eating out, and I know it happens, and eating out's a really fun experience, so it's definitely okay to do that every once in a while. Just know you're probably going to consume a lot more calories than you would cooking at home. And if you are trying to lose weight, I really recommend limiting eating out because you're going to consume a lot more calories when you do. But obviously you're going to once in a while, and that's okay. Just some things that you can do is planning ahead, checking nutrition information online. You'd be really surprised at some things that you might think are healthy that really, really aren't. I went to one restaurant one time and I thought a portobello sandwich would be a good option, and then I went online and it was 1,100 calories. And I was shocked that a portobello sandwich was 1,100 calories. Even being a dietitian, you really get blown away sometimes when you think something's going to be good, and it's just not, because you don't know what they're doing, how they're cooking back there. So that's why I really recommend eating at home as much as you can. But again, if you're eating out, don't go overly hungry. Avoid the bread bowl. If you're eating a sandwich, remove half the bun. Typically, half of a bun is around 100 calories, so you'll decrease a little bit if you remove the bun. Sharing your meal. Avoiding those fried foods, anything cheesy, creamy, high-fat cuts of meat, those big steaks that you get at some restaurants. A lot of portion sizes are almost triple, if not more than triple, the size of a recommendation. So portion size when you're eating out is really big to look at. Ordering alternate sides besides fries. Pretty much most even fast food restaurants now offer either a fruit or a salad as a side that you can get. So take advantage of those instead of ordering the fries. I always order if I have to stop at a fast food, which is very rarely, but occasionally if I'm traveling, I do. I always just get a side salad and then steal like 2 of my husband's fries because I have to have like 1 or 2.